Between the excitement is everything. I'm Mitch. This is Mitch Reviews Everything, and today I'll be doing another beer review. I will be reviewing American Light Beer. This is from the Pittsburgh Brewing Company out of Pittsburgh. This particular brand from them is actually brewed in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. The City Brewing Company brews this for them out of Latrobe. Latrobe is a small city in the Pittsburgh region. It's probably 45 minutes away from Pittsburgh in Westmoreland County. They do have a regular version of this. This is the light. This is a 12 fluid ounce can. The can that for a off-brand or their like economy brand, the Pittsburgh Brewing Company brews Iron City beer or Icy Light, their light version of that. That's a very popular beer, and this is their economy one. The can says American Light Beer is quality brew to capture the spirit and strength of America. That's all it really says on it. It is a 95 calories. The regular's like 140 calories, 2.8 carbohydrates. The regular version of this, or the regular American, is a lot more. It's like 12 something. And alcohol, it doesn't say it on the can, but I looked it up. It's 4.2 alcohol percent by volume. And the regular is 4.7% alcohol by volume. So, I'm going to have to pick up a regular. I actually was trying to buy a regular, and I accidentally bought the light. I just wasn't paying attention. Simple as that. It is super duper. There is like a tsunami of bubbles in there and carbonation. Oh my god, look at that, just rolling around. This is super pale straw light. Can't even barely call that golden. It's like a end of the season straw or something. Just not too much there at all. This is, like I said, their economy brand from Pittsburgh Brewing. It smells heavily like, one of the things with this beer is this is their economy brand. Remember, you're saving a few dollars on this one. It smells, the first thing you smell from this is there is a corn sweetness to a metallic. Literally, that metallic is pretty high on the nose note there. There is like a metallic kind of smell. I didn't mention this, but they do brew this. So we'll get back to the beer. They do brew this at the City Brewing Company out of Latrobe. That is the old Rolling Rock facility from the Rolling Rock Brewery before they moved production of Rolling Rock back in 2006 to, I think, New Jersey or something. But that's where they brew this at. It has a heavy, man, just like a sweet off corn metallic smell. Very next to no character notes on like any hoppiness or whatever. Very faint. But let's go ahead and give it a try. Okay, so this is so light, it's crazy. Light in flavor. I've had this before, and I actually buy the American version of this occasionally, mainly due to price. I mean, you can get a 15 pack for fairly cheap. This is so light. There's very little character. There is that metallic. There's a metallic. It tastes just like it smells, but lighter. Metallic corn, slight sweetness. Next to no bitterness or anything like that. But here's the thing. This one's definitely lower in the spectrum. This case is the first American light I've drank. Their regular American beer is actually, um, from what I remember, it's been a few. It's actually been about 2 months. I remember liking it a little bit more, but it wasn't anything special, and this one really isn't either. Calorie wise, this was like 95 calories, I think. I think the regular version's 140 calories, a lot more carbs. Well, a few more carbs, I guess. Um, you're not really saving too much. Money wise, you'd probably be better off buying Keystone Light, maybe even like Bush Light. I mean, this is right around there somewhere on a profile scale. Bush is better, Keystone Light's better, Chorus Light's better. Um, Stoney's Light is significantly better. They also brew Stoney's at the City Brewing Company out of Latrobe. Um, there's another beer that is a economy beer called Pennsylvania Lager. That's better than this. This one just isn't that great. It's very, very low key for sure. There's just not a whole lot in the taste profile. There's definitely a lot of people are going to be off put by that metallic. It really honestly depends on if this stuff goes on sale and you're just looking for a beer. If you're looking for a super lackluster light beer, this is probably it. I personally am not off put by the metallic. Like, I am not personally off put by the metallic taste, but I know a lot of people probably would be. Other than that, I can't really say that there's too much wrong with it. There's just a lot more better beer for the cost of it, in the variety and the style, whatever you want to call it. You know, like the beers I mentioned, Busch Light, Keystone Light, Miller, any sort of light beer. And honestly, you're not really saving that how much money. I should have looked at what this cost, but I bought it with a bunch of other stuff, and I just kind of, I wish I would have looked at that receipt. But I highly recommend another beer. This isn't bad. If you're in the Pittsburgh area, uh, you know, give it a try if you're into like some weird or regional beers. If you want to try a regional beer, Pittsburgh beer, I would go with something else. There's a lot better beer. But if you are looking for something basic, well, something super basic with not much of a taste profile, this is it. And sometimes that's not a bad thing. You could really drink this with eat anything with this beer. I mean, there's just so much to it. That's all I have for you. I'm Mitch. This has been Mitch Reviews Everything. I will hopefully get the American beer review up within the next couple weeks. Excuse me. I'll see you again.